Hello, chào mọi người. Hello everyone. Hello, chào mọi người nhé. Hello everyone. Hello, chào mọi người. Hello everyone, how are you? Chúc mọi người sức khỏe, tràn đầy năng lượng tích cực nha. Stretching. Hello, Joe Rogers. Hello, how are you? Hello, chào mọi người nha. Hello everyone. How are you? Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. What language is that? Okay, just warming up like normal. Just do a brief warm up. Brief warm up, maybe 1 or 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Jogging on the spot. Jump, shuffle. Do a little bit of jumping jacks. You can do 30, 40, or 50 of them. As long as you keep your body warming up. Get your blood flowing. Your muscle stretch out a bit. Shake it out. You shake your feet out. Arm rotations, shoulder rotation, forward and backward. How you all doing? Be like water. Yes, Brian. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Right? Great legend, Master Bruce Lee, of course, and we all familiar with that. Chào tất cả mọi người nha. Chúc mọi người một buổi sáng tràn đầy năng lượng tích cực. Good. Hope you all have great week. It's been a few days. I've been shooting some video just to show you guys some of the techniques and some of the student train them, and then we record videos, and then you can share with you guys, and then we can all have a great martial art training or workout, and overall hopefully improve our techniques, our health. All right. Drunken Master. No. Drunken Master from Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is like one of the best martial artist actor depicting the Drunken Master movie. Pretty amazing. I used to love that movie. Still do. Still love it. Okay. Warming up, stretching out. Oh, sometimes I go down like this. I go on my toes and I try to straighten my knees if I can. If you can, you straighten. If not, you have your knees slightly bent, and you from there see if you can reach down to the floor like this. Okay. Try reaching down, and then you can stretch all the way up. You can go on your toes. And then you sort of like arch your back just a little bit, stretching out your middle back and your upper back. This one doesn't go into your lower back so much, it's just mainly your middle back and upper back. And then you're coming down. And then go up, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, and stretch back down one more time. And if you can just go down slightly lower. If for those of you, your legs are stiff, your knees are stiff, so you can bend it slightly. It depends on how flexible you are. Okay, it has to depend on your body, so you cannot go force yourself too much. When you see that something trigger a lot of pain or something, please do not try to force it too much. You're gonna injure yourself. Okay, so you take one step at a time, take it easy. All right. Next one, I do knee rotations, one way and then the other way. And then I turn into hips rotation. So this one focusing on my lower back more, where I can do big circle coming around slowly like this. I try to trigger out the side of my hips, my lower back, my lower spine, and then I turn the other way. This one I'm taking time for it, right? Make sure you feel your lower back is stretching out, push it out. Big circles. All right. And sometimes I sort of like do a few of this, try to stretching out my my chest and my upper back. And sometimes I do rotations, forward, backward. And all the time, if you can, try to, if you can remember it, and try to breathe normally. Try to take long breath if you can. And then from there, I'm gonna go to wrist rotation. We are training on the dummies. You're working on a lot of wrists, you know, knife hand strike, the palm strike, and a lot of grabbing. So therefore, you're using a lot of wrist muscle strength. So you can, most of the time you're hitting like this, so you can go up and down, and then you can go sideways like this. and then you can hold one wrist and you can do rotation like so. Right? This will help improve your wrist flexibility. You know, some of the moves you like do this, how you open your wrist and you block and then you hit like this. There's certain move in Wing Chun when you go like this. So you do a lot of wrist twisting from there and you go in, right? So it's very useful when you do these exercise. It helps. Yeah, it helps a lot. For me, it helps. But hello mọi người nha. Chào mọi người thông cảm nha. Tại vì có bên kia thì mình nói tiếng Anh, đa số là tiếng Anh nhiều, cho nên có đôi lúc mọi người không hiểu. Sẽ cố gắng sắp tới là sẽ live khung giờ khác để tập trung cho những bạn mà bên nói tiếng Việt. Tại là mình tập trung hơn thì mỗi một bên một nền tảng thì nó dễ hơn. Còn này mình đang live trên 2 nền tảng. So sorry guys, just explaining to some my Vietnamese people who watch it. I sort of like explain in Vietnamese a little bit, so please bear with me. Hello Bruce, how are you? Hello everyone. I would say like for me is the seafood word is sort of like showing a little bit of showing respect to somebody that who knows the other stuff more than you, right? And they sharing with you, and it's sort of like a way of calling them is just saying thank you or something, just to show respect. That's all. But you know, it's all good. Or you can all call me by Chi, my name, right? CHI, like Tai Chi, you know. Anyway, it's fine. You guys don't have to call me master or Sifu. I'm just like all of you guys, just knowing a little bit here and there, and then sharing with you guys, and hopefully we can all benefit from it, and we train and getting better ourselves, because that's the thing. And in life we share whatever we have, right? We share whatever, and we improve, help each other, improve and motivate each other, right? Okay. Alright, chào mọi người. Okay, so sort of like a little bit of wrist training like that. You go into wrist rotation and all that, and you can go back and forth and you train like that, because a lot of the movement where you move to you use a lot of wrist, especially when you punch too, right? In boxing, in any sort of type, taekwondo, boxing, MMA, BBJ, they all use a lot of wrist strength where they can grab you and punch and whatever strength, a lot of wrist. So if you practice you stretching out your wrist and you conditioning your wrist, right? You know, there's also like weight exercise where you can do, where you can roll this thing with your wrist. There's a way here, and then there's a sort of like a stick, and then you roll it up with a string. You roll it up. I'm pretty sure some of you know those exercise that will strengthen your wrist and also your forearm. So when you really do a punch or something like that, you will have a stronger punch, penetrate to the target. Yeah. Okay. So that's enough with the warming up and stretching out a little bit, just briefly, you know, and then we're gonna go into training. Now you see, out of those like about 5 or 6 moves, I grab like maybe 4 times, right? When I go here, I'm using my wrist right here, and then I grab, I pull here. And when I punch, I'm using my wrist too. So therefore, it's very important to stretch out your wrist and strengthen your wrist. Whatever method you can find training out there, please do train your wrist and stretching out your wrist quite a bit, all right? So usually in my training, sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, but most of the time please try to remember with the wooden dummy. try to bow. It's sort of, you can either bow like this, just to pay respect to your dummy, sort of like your training partner or your master. You can do bow like this, or you can just bow like this. That's fine. It's sort of like a routine when you practice. Same thing, whatever religion you are, like you praying, you go like this. If Catholic, Buddhism, Judaism, whenever religion, you're just paying respect. That's all. All right. There's also this one exercise I always do a lot of the times. Last time we did it together too, just the last couple of days, where I would train from here. I just go here, up here, and then I come down, up, and then from out, come back, in, up, in, up, in, up, in. Okay? So that movement, when I go up here, where I can slip right in the middle and I go here, this movement here, I can come down and train like this. So it's sort of like a block. I come over and then I can hit block, come over. So combine this. I always train like this. So shall we do like about 20 of them? So this count as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So from here, next move I would do is from here, boom, I go right in. Then boom, in, out, boom, in, down, in, down. Okay? So imagine that your partner's arm is right here. You go right in the middle. The arm is open, right? Sort of like they try to like grabbing your shoulder or your neck or something. You just come here, you go open and you go in. Okay. Sometimes they are very strong. This part you cannot open. They are too strong, right? The muscle, they like bulky. They like heavier than you. You can just go right in from here, right? So this exercise just slip in the face like this. All right. And then come down. Slip in the hip, and then the hip that you pull this down. But pulling this down, the exercise is for with the dummy, but the actual part, if you pull it down, you come here. You see how I place my hand? This hand here, and then this hand here, right? And I shift over, and then from there, I don't get hit. I move out, I don't get hit, right there. And then from there, I can go here. Now you see this movement is very simple. And for me, like I training over and over and over again, just to sharpen my techniques, make it, it's very basic stuff. And we all should train because the basics, once you turn those basics into like a sharp tool, you can use it very effectively, right? You don't need to something like so fancy and all that, right? All you need is just a basics one, and you keep on training it like a number of times, maybe 300 times, 500 times, 1,000 times that movement. Once you do that movement, it's gonna hit the target, okay? So for instance, I keep on training, anything, I go here, I go here, right? It will make your technique faster, and the more you do it, the more you visualize and you will analyze your techniques. See, okay, that movement, do I have enough strength in it? How do I produce more strength, right? Specifically your wrist or your forearm, right? So now you say like, sometimes you feel like, okay, I'm grappling like this, but my hand I grab is so weak, the guy gonna slip out or whatever. I grab like this, weak, it slip out, right? Which means your wrist is not strong enough. So therefore, you're gonna work on your wrist more, right? And then if you block here, boom, your hand feel hurt a lot, which means you like don't really condition or train it enough in a way where you clash against somebody's arm. Then of course it's gonna hurt. but not so much. If like you hurt way more or something like that, then which means you don't do the techniques right, or you don't train it properly. So those are the little things you got when you're training. Please think about it and try to um, analyze it, right? You train like maybe 30, 50 times, and you see your technique. Oh, it's kind of weird. How come it doesn't look like my other friend or my teacher, my other student or something? Then you gotta ask yourself questions. Okay, I must have done something wrong. I haven't done this properly. I haven't do enough wrist conditioning. All right, because all these moves, they trust me. If you do the basics one and you keep on training it, it will work. Yeah. I won't. I would say it won't work like 100%, but maybe 40%, 50%, 60%. As long as it work, it's better than nothing, right? So I will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. I'm gonna come back and go here. 1, 2. So 1, slip here. Now you see sometimes we train, we slip. Sometimes this hand uneven. This one up here, this one over here is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect like in the middle like this. Sometimes like this is fine. Because you see the wooden dummy arm is uneven, right? So sometimes this hand here slip up a bit and this one here. As long as you pretending this is the face and you got the face is good. And then you got your fingers here. You can do whatever with the face, the eye gouging or whatever. That's for self-defense, right? So when you're training these techniques, always visualize it. This is the face, right? Once you got the face, then you know, you gotta try to make the person give up or whatever, right? That's it, you got the face, and then if they are too dangerous, like threaten your knife or whatever, then you have to use your fingers, right? And then another one, when I say use your finger, of course you gotta condition your fingers too, right? So, you know, with your fingers, like there's like certain those squeezy ball, whatever, where you can train with those ball, then you can strengthen your fingers, and also the grips, those grip with spring, you know that, right? The grip you keep like this, or the other one, if you don't have access to any of those right now, I can just go and squeeze my hand like this. That's also training. And see, when I squeeze my hand, you are flexing this muscle and also this muscle here, your forearm. Now you see it's working at it, right? Same thing with weight training, all that. Like if we know the right way of training, it's really good. We don't need to have any weight, anything. Just our body is good enough, right? Now you see a lot of there are a lot of videos and everything that show you everything, but they don't show you doesn't mean you can become like them or whatever. But they show you got to do the work. In order to make it work, you have to do the work. Okay, guys, you don't have to do a lot, just a little bit of training, maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day for you know, put in your training, and then after that you will develop it, make it a habit, right? Make a habit. Like me, same thing with you guys, right? I train with you guys. I try to make a habit, try to like go up here and train with you guys, share with you guys, making a habit of going live stream, make a habit of making videos. You know, like long time ago, like maybe 5 or 6, 8 years ago, sometimes like, you know, I feel so bad, so down, and then I don't make a habit because then I think about, oh man, I haven't do anything. I haven't posted any video or anything. That's why I don't make a habit of training, right? Now you make a habit of routine, then you're gonna become great. Trust me, you will improve, right? So like this, all right? Squeeze, squeeze, and then from there, this muscle and this muscle, your wrist muscle will strengthen up, okay? But if you do have access to them, please work it. Maybe you do like 20 set, not 20 set, 20 reps, and on each side you squeeze like this, and 3 times, 3 sets. That's good. All right, go. See, every time I go, once I'm here, I know grab. It's automatically. All right, here, and grab, right, right. So you see, only those feels move, but how do you make that move so good, so dynamic, so fast, so strong? So a few things. I have hips. Most of the time, I ask you guys to work on your hips when you do a certain strong move. You initiate your hips. The second one is you change your speed, increase your speed, acceleration. I go from here to here, I go faster. And from here to here, normal, and here is faster. Acceleration. And then from there you develop more power. And of course, distance and speed become more power, right? But in Wing Chun or Wooden, we only have this short range, right? So in this short range, your head, you know, gotta be very dynamic, right? But if you hit to weak spot like the face, like here, the chin, the neck, all those weak spots, you don't have to be so strong, boom, like that. Then that's it. Like the person gonna back up and think about twice before they messing around with you, right? So I just go boom, right here, like this. You see? Just wow, like this. If you were to hit yourself, boom, to the face like that, boom, come on, does it hurt, right? It's really hurt. I mean, like, normal people are like us, right? We don't take like a lot of punch to the face or whatever, right? So therefore, we don't have that, you know, what you say, condition your face. Nah. Like a lot of competitor, like fighter, of course they do fight and you get hit on the face of boxer so many times they use it, right? We're gonna go dizzy, but normal guys like us, we boom like that, and we're like, oh man, all of a sudden it hurt. So that's the whole purpose. When you are trying to self-defense, you hit in the face, you try to make person think twice about who are they messing with, and then from there, you have to use common sense and assess situation. Okay, I go here, I just here, like good. See, from here just straight, right? You block, you get out, you go straight. That's it, right? And then from there you can do. That's why your palm, you're practicing a lot of strength like this, and then your fingers, of course, your finger, you gotta strengthen it. Like I said, the grips, right? Or other one, you can do push up on your fingers, but that's very hard in beginning, right? Okay, so let's train. Do a few more sets of this. So you can add in this, and you can come down here, and then you can do this, up, this, come down, and do this, up, hit, palm straight, come down, here, right? So when you're coming down, you sort of like have your wrist against here, and then your forearm, sort of like half your arm, half your wrist, and see the trigger right here, it's sort of like the trigger right here, sort of like the lever for you to pull down, right? You block, like I'm blocking like this, down, come down, block, right? So here, I can go here, or I can hit the back of the palm. And another one, we gotta condition the back of the palm. You see how like back then all the kung fu people, they train like this. One hit like this with sandbag, boom, 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 or Shaolin with the sand. Let's check it out. 1 second, let me get it. Alright, so with this sandbag, you can just go on here, you hold it, it's here, see the sand here, and then here, 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 like that, right? You condition this part. So imagine the back of the hand and you go boom, slap like this. Nowadays there's competition for power slap, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people are training this slap like this, like just like in the old days, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the beginning, you just hit it lightly, like this, this. After maybe you get used, your hands get used to it. Maybe 3 or 4 times, 1 or 2 weeks down the road, you go hit it harder, where you can place. If you were to place this down here, maybe I need higher, okay? Somewhere you can feel comfy, and you leave it here. This is not the right one, but I'm just showing you guys right now, since I remember. Most of the time I forget, right? You know? So I can go from here. You're working on your handstand and you go here. Remember, right? 1, 2, 3, and remember, have your fingers tight, close together, okay? And last time I show you guys, but I sort of like leave my finger open like this, and when I hit here, I go jam against like this. I injured for the past few days, 5 or 6 days now, and I still feel it. So careful, guys. Like this. Just like that. Just light tap. And then once you get used to it, right? So when you condition like that, you remember the back fist like this. Not the back fist, but sort of like open hand. Trust me, it hurts. Yeah. So just to show you guys. So I'll go here. Boom, boom. And slap here. Sometimes that's why I leave this padding here, so that we can feel our hit. Right? Same thing with the back fist, right? If you cannot condition this well, then you use the back fist with your knuckles here, right? Boom. Block here and then come back. Block here, come back. Block here, come back. Block here, come back. See? But remember the footwork, right? I show you the footwork. To move, you have to move out of the way first. Don't get hit, move to the side. And then from there, you block and hit. Out at the same time. Out, shift, step over, shift your body over, step to the right, shift your body back, step to the left, shift it back. So the most important thing is the hit is coming right into my face. I have to get out. Try not to get hit. So if you really want to learn those, knocking and moving out of the way, please seek for those boxers that really expert. They can move really good. Trust me, right? I'm not really an expert in that. Just getting out normally, okay, but they can get out this way. Who is really good at that? Prince Nassim, boxer, right? Prince Nassim, you guys know him, right? I'm pretty sure he's very famous all over the world. And Ben Whittaker or something, yeah. The new one is Ben Whittaker. They can just go dance around and you can do whatever you want. You just hit him, you're out of energy. He just get out of the way, you're hit. So, please, those are the expert ones where you learn evading, ducking, getting out of the way. You should learn from them, right? So for this exercise again, 1, 2, 1, 2. So here, down, then here. So when I coming down here, like this, for this exercise purpose, then I sort of like drag it and slip down, okay? Up here, I slip in, slipping in, down, pulling down and slip in, up, slip in, down, come down, up, here, come down, boom, 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 boom. Now this one more exercise that we train and we share with each other. This one, right? So we got to do training. We got to train all the time. Right? That's what the movement is for. Right? So somebody punching, move over, block at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. Now, a lot of people said this. I go here, boom. Okay, so if I get a hit here in the face, oh, that's a bonus. If I don't, then I get hit here. But you see here, it's just sort of like a training for you to sort of react to it. But when you're punching in the stomach, of course, people got 6 packs, everything, we're working out so hard. It's not gonna knock them out, right? No, it won't. Unless you have like crazy punch like Mike Tyson or something so strong that you can knock it out with stomach punch, right? So if I go from here, boom, boom, doesn't work, I go down, right? Now this is a groin, right? So you have to think about it. Sometimes you train here, boom, and you come down here, right? Then it works, right? Now I don't care how strong they are. They cannot like, you know, flex their balls or whatever, right? It's gonna be tough, right? So this not gonna work, but if you go from here, you go down. See, this doesn't work, boom. If not work, boom, go down. And then from there you get out of the way. Right? If you don't hit, then you may be in trouble, okay? Or if they can take that in the nuts and they can take that, you gotta be in trouble. You gotta scream for your life and run for help, okay? Guys, you don't wanna mess with someone like that. You know, iron bars, they're probably training from Shaolin monk or something like that. So that's pretty crazy. This was, I remember in Taekwondo, I used to learn this one move, I think from one of my black belt pattern. It's been a long time, I forgot. Was it black belt or red belt or something like that? Where you go from here, pum, the movement is from here, pum like this, and then you grab. So sort of like you're hitting the bar, right? And then, you know, the stretching, and then from here you grab and you pull and you block. Now that's like sort of like those fatality from Mortal Kombat or something. It's very brutal. But okay, so let's break it up. Let's do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, all the way 10 times from here, down, hit, 10 times. Eight, 9, 10. Now say the same thing. From here, I come here. I only use my strength here. I'm pulling down 1. Only here. But from here to here, I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing here to here. And then I pull my strength and I increase my speed. And then from here, I'm relaxing. And then I increase my speed and pull strength here. So please try to grasp that in your head and try to remember it. Because when you do like that, imagine every time you're practicing and you remember that. Okay, when do I use my strength? When you use your strength at the right moment and you conserve your energy into the target when you're about to hit at the target. So don't use too much energy when you come here, like that, okay? That's wasting a lot of energy. From here to here, stop, relax, and then from here. This one right here, you use strength, then you relax, use strength, okay? So maybe that's the difference between my hit and some of your hit, that's all. There's nothing much to it, right? Because I relax and I use strength and pull down here, and then I relax again, and now I use strength. I increase the speed, acceleration. You know what I mean? Yeah, something like that. Hopefully you guys get that. So please, for instance, if you observe and you watch some of the movies that I learned from of course, legendary great grandmaster Bruce Lee, of course. You see his hit, his punch or his kick. They have all that dynamic acceleration and power into it at the end. You see, like, for instance, like a whip or something like that. You go here, relax, here, whip, and then you come back, relax, boom, come back. Same thing with boxer, anything. They punch like that. You go, you whip back fist stretch. I come here, relax, relax, and I come, relax, relax, and then I come back. I pull back like a towel. You guys, when you were young, right? You are whipping with your towel. You go like that with your friend. Oh, you see where you go, and then you whip like that. Same theory apply, guys. So if you remember that and you incorporate in your training, you will become really good yourself. All right. Let's do 5 more, shall we? Relax and then hit. Here. Okay. Now the next one. Let's practicing relaxing. All right. So here, I just want you guys to do this motion. Just relax and have your breathing. Of course, I cannot breathe like normally right now because I'm talking and doing stuff too much. I gotta work on my breathing too, guys. So that's really my weakness, all right? Chi energy. It's part of my name, but I don't work on it a lot, so that's not a good thing. So I gotta work on it too, okay? All right? I'm learning too, just like all of you, all right? So go here, 1, 2, relax. Take a deep breath in. And then breathing out slowly. So you can do a count of 4 seconds. 4 seconds breathing in and 4 seconds breathing out. In beginning, you cannot do 4 seconds, you do 3 seconds. If you cannot do 2, if you cannot do 3, then do 2 seconds. 1, 2, breathe in, and 1, 2, breathe out. And when you do this motion, always have your fingers and your arm touching, rubbing again the dummy's arm. So, relax, 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 relax. Now you see, when you're relaxing, then you can move very easy. I remember when I was young, my master always said, relax, Chibu, relax, Chi, come on, relax. In my mind, I said, I'm relaxing, all right? But no, I wasn't. At that time, I didn't understand, until like later on down the road in my life. And okay, now I understand. So that's like, I'm a slow learner, so maybe it takes a while, like maybe 5-10 years down the road, But some people are really, like you guys, really smart. You can just understand, and then you can apply right away, then it's awesome, right? But it's never too late, guys. Never too late. All right. Now let's train a bit more. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, breathing, you incorporate the hand. Now, you can sort of like practicing your technique, get it right. This is also Tai Chi, right? Of course, it's not a proper Tai Chi, but when you go slow motion and you control your breathing and you're moving. Tai Chi, Wing Chun. Tai Chi, Wing Chun. Wing Chun. Tai Chi, Wing Chun. But you gotta have those motion relax before all of a sudden, then you attack, right? So if you can relax your body until that full point, then you can attack suddenly. All of a sudden, your opponent is gonna be shocked, gonna be surprised. So like I told you, most of the time all the knockout, all everything is a surprise attack. They get hit surprisingly, right? But even though you prepare, I don't care if they prepare. I don't care how strong your punch and your kick is. You're not gonna like knock them out, right? Those experts. But if they get hit by surprise, yeah, that's the one that knock people out. Okay, so think about it. Yeah. Think about it and you watch and you observe some of the UFC one championship MMA fight. You see a lot of the knockout is all they got hit by surprise. Surprise is something you don't realize, you don't know, you don't expect it's coming. All of a sudden, boom, right in your face. That's what a surprise is. Okay. So for the stance, all we need to do is just from here, you just one, open two, and then from there you go down. Now most of the time you don't see me doing this a lot, right? You know, like the traditional way where sometimes you have to go down like this too much. Because for like, you know, right now I'm getting old, I'm more stiff and everything. I don't train my flexibility that much. So I can just go up like this, just slightly up like this. If I need to, blocking or something, if somebody kick, I can just go down. But in my training here, I can just go here. My knees open a little bit, you know. If there's anything I can move, I can move. I can step here. Okay, I don't want you guys to be like, have to like, be in this rigid form. Okay, you don't have to be like clenched together like this, you know. All right. Just like here is good, okay? Knees bend. Now, so if I from this position, I want to move, I step over to the side, and then I turn my weight into the dummy or the opponent. Same thing if I want to move out the way to the left, the person is punching with the right hand to me. I step to my left and I turn right back to the person, because we in short range, this movement, this Wing Chun is like already short range and direct hit. So always you have to face your opponent. Okay, you try to get advantage, you try to be on the blind side. Okay, so they're hitting here, you have to move and then you have to face them. Okay, you move here, you don't face here. Of course, it doesn't make sense, right? Because the person here, you don't want to face right here. And you're going to get hit in the side like this, right here. In case this way, if there's anything, you still have your hands. All right? So here, I want to move here. I will face here. Angle. If I want to here, I still facing here. If I move here, always like this. Okay, let's practice this exercise. So, from here, in this normal stance, here, I want you to just to step to the side, but then you still facing. Step to the side, step, bring your leg in, still facing the dummy. Step back, still facing the dummy. Step. So if you have the full circle, you can just move like that, always facing the dummy, like this. Okay? If I want same thing, I want move to the left, step to the left, and drag my foot in. I still facing the dummy. This, okay? So that motion, the right, step to the right, facing, still facing the dummy, still facing. So if I'm here already, I want to move back this way to the left side, then I just step with my left first and then drag my back foot over, drag over, like that, like that, like that. Now, your foot mostly wider, I would say wider than like maybe around 10 to 25 centimeters. It depends on how tall you are, okay? And then you can just judge it against there, right? I can just go like this, all right? Wider than your shoulder, okay? So your shoulder width here, you wanna be around 10 to 25 centimeters. You wanna be comfy, stand like this in an angle, okay? You don't want it to be too low like this. If you're too low, you want to do kick or same thing, you have to move up. See? You move up here in order for you to do anything, right? Whereas from here, you cannot do anything. You cannot kick like this, right? All right? I have one stand, right? I can't. Here, maybe you can punch here like this, yes. You can punch, but kick, no. So you got to be from here. Slightly bend both knees. Yeah, then you move back. Same thing, same, right? So as of course you all have experience that you same thing. You watch in any type of you watch in any type of fighting situation, competition, one championship, UFC, MMA, kickboxing, and all that. You see your stance is always like that. It's more comfy for you to move around. Right? The same thing. So, you know, sometimes in thing like this, you switch. In Taekwondo, yes. Taekwondo, we do a switch like this, pa pa, and like a boom, like that. That's in Taekwondo. But the thing is, in Taekwondo, if very long range, because what they do is competition. They do kickings, a lot of kicking. So therefore, like the length is like about 2 meters, so very far apart. Like from the camera to me, from you guys to me is like 2 meters, right? Right? So 2 meters not gonna work with Wing Chun because we're in such distance. So that's okay. He doesn't bother me, then I might as well stay here, right? I'm defending myself. He's not coming in, then I'm in safety zone. So that's the thing. If you don't have to fight, then you don't have to, you know? If, of course, when it comes to close range into your territory, then therefore you have advantage. Close range. And of course, not only Wing Chun, there's a lot of other good, great like self-defense out there. And they're really good with the elbow, the arms and the break arms and everything like that. Please do learn from those who grab mega, all that, close combat range. There's amazing, great expert out there. That's way much better than me too. Some of that you learn from them too, please. I'm learning from them too. I try to learn by one certain moves. And then what I learn, I share with you guys. All right? That's how we get improved. That's how we get better. We keep on see something that works. And we practice with training that. All right? He's from Vietnam. Yes, I'm from Vietnam. Okay. So same thing. So for me, sometimes this one, if I want to move to the left this way, I would move my back foot. And then I drag my front foot. Right? Now if I want to move to on this left, my left side with the left leg, I move this like that, like that. But always facing, pretend this the dummy is your opponent, right? So always facing the dummy. Whichever direction you move, you always keep an eye on that, right? And when you do like that, please try not to switch stance too much like this, too much. And then you switch too much, all right? So as soon as you switch like this, you give opportunity to the person attacking you. Once you're in the air like this, the person split second. Some people are really fast. I can just go attack and sweep your leg or whatever, right? At that time, you sort of like, oh, in the air. That split like milliseconds, right? That's the difference. So please have your foot in the ground, move always, drag your foot, move this way, okay? Don't go like this too much. Don't go do it like this. When you switch like this, they're in. As soon as you switch, they go boom, 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 like that. Then you're off balance. You're gonna lose your advantage. Awesome. I haven't been to LA. I heard LA is pretty awesome, but I haven't been there. I've been to New York, California. Where else? Okay. So let's incorporate our foot and then our hand techniques. So like before, we're practicing this. Remember coming down and this. Now this And this, you combine, you get this, right? Come here. See how my footwork? I get out of the way from here. I shift my body over. I step. As I step, my hips turn into the opponent. From here. Boom. Boom. Like that. Same thing on that side. If I want to block with the other hand, with my left hand, I step, I shift, and then from there I straight. Same time. Boom, 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 boom. Now you can use two arms like this and like this. Lock here at the same time. That's where we train this. Remember these techniques? Now it come into handy. Now you can use it and apply for your for the techniques. You know, in the beginning, sometimes when I practice this or some of you practicing this, now why bother practicing this, right? What's this for anyway, right? It doesn't gonna do anything. But trust me, it does. If you practice, you think about it, and you visualize in your head, oh, maybe this I can use it for blocking. While somebody go crazy punching me like this or whatever, you move over side. But the blocking is important, but not that important. First of all, please don't get hurt first, so you have to get away, and then you block. So once you block here, you got the hand here, you feel the hand, and from there, deep in here is your armpit and your face right here. So once I know the arm, where the arm is, I can go blind, I can go here. The arm, I go here, right? So, right? You see a lot of people that can go out as long as they go and they touch, they know where to hit. We all we are structured the same way, right? Like legendary Bruce Lee always say, you know, we are human, we are the same. 2 arms, 2 legs. We don't have 6 limbs or whatever. So, oh, sorry, because there's a phone call coming in. Hopefully you hear now. You guys hear now? You have to go out and come back. But if you go out, and mostly you're gonna. Can you hear it now, guys? Yes, but sometimes if you go out and you cannot feel, right? Then of course you gotta open your eyes. If you go close your eyes like that, you know. So a lot of great grandmaster like back in the days, you know, right now is 4.0, right? We have so much, everything, so easy, everything devices, everything. We want anything, we can just press on our phone or on our laptop, iPad, or whatever. Very easy, right? Or we can either have a choice, choose it to get information and learn from it and train from it, or we can just take advantage of it and, you know. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry guys about the phone call. Whenever I live stream, a phone call coming in, then they shutting down the speaker or something like that. Yeah, and it cut a lot of you out. Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens because no problem, Win Yuki. Thank you very much. All right, so let's practice slowly. Okay, so from here we were practicing this, right? Rubbing. Now you go step first. So I want to move to the side. I block with my right hand. My left hand is sort of like I'm placing there. because after you practice for a long time, you will get used to come here and hit, right? You used to 2 arms, right? All right, I think adjust this a bit. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that's better angle. You can. So when you're practicing this arm, you can come here like this. Here. See? Same thing we're practicing. But this one I add footwork. I step over. And this hand slowly I grab. See this hand here? Left hand I usually grab. And then from here, this one I hit. So that's what the motion, that's what we're training for, guys. Left, I want to move to the left, I step to the left. Now from here, my hand is already here, so I drag my foot over. Now, sometimes I find some of my students, especially like if they're really tall, they're like 6 feet, 6'2" or something like that. They go here, like Terry, yeah? You know, he's like 6'2", 6'3". He always go like this. His leg is so long. Then he tend to straighten his leg like this because and he's this. So this is a no good, okay? When you move here, if your leg's too long, please have your stance a bit wider. Then you move here. You drag over, but your knees always slightly bend. Don't straighten out like this. Very bad for your joint, your knee joint. You see, when you train like this for a long time, you just go here like this, straighten out for a long time like that, you're just gonna injure yourself. Nobody have to hurt you or anything, you're just gonna hurt yourself, right? So, careful on your knees. And especially when you guys like if some of you in middle age, like me, myself, yeah, mid-40s to 50 and up, we have to very careful about our joints, our body, our ligaments. Yeah, we're not like in our prime, you know, 17, 18, 25, 30, whatever. We broke something, we can heal fast. No, for us, it's gonna take forever. So careful, all right? I go here, move over, here. I still have both knees bent. I just from here, I step over, then I just drag it over from here, okay? And I got this hand here. This hand here I grab, I'm pretending I'm grabbing here, boom, and then I stretch, or I can do, remember the sandbag, practicing on the sandbag, you can hit here, back slap, pa, like that, or back fist, or you can go knife hand stretch. So you can interchange those techniques, right? Or you can slap this way, right? Even this way. So when you're training, all sort of like hands, palm, wrists, your backhand, your forehand. I don't care which way you do. It's gonna hurt. Trust me. If you actually hit at the person, boom. Trust me. Tell me if it's not hard. If you just boom like this to the face, for me it hurt. But I don't know how much you guys can take. But I don't know. See, boom, boom, yeah, boom. Back fist. Or you can go this way. Or you can do palm strike, boom. But most simple one, because of this motion, we come here. This one turn. So therefore, most of the time is the knife hand strike is sort of like the most direct hit. To me it is. I go here, I block here, and then I get turn right in. I turn right in. You see? As you go here, see your hand is turning into a knife hand. If you want to do this, then your hand has to turn a little bit more. So maybe it takes a split second longer for you to go like this, right? But it's shorter for you to go directly here, right? If you go here, you have to turn a bit more. Or if you go here, then you have to turn it back. Boom, 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 boom. So do a quick movement, step, boom, step. Now this, if you don't wanna hurt a person, then you can go, boom. Then you can leave the palm to the face and sort of like push them out. Okay? If you know that, okay, they probably don't know any martial art, they don't know anything, of course. As martial artists, we're not gonna take advantage of the people that don't know, right? Of course, yeah. So we go here. You can just use your palm to push it, right? Right? You can only like, I go here, boom. I stop here, and then from here I push, right? So that is sort of like a way of like, if you know something better than the other person, please don't take advantage of your training your martial art, and you taking advantage and you beat them so that you feel so good. Oh man, I know martial art, I can do this. No, please no. Just here, you know you can hit them, but you can stop right here, and then from there you sort of like top, and then give them sort of like a hint that you might be knowing something. So you go here, you just stop and push like that, and then you come back, right? You come back and guard yourself. Don't just push it, stop, and just stand here like this, right? Some crazy that go swing at you, and then you won't have enough time to block. So stop, push, stop, but observe. Have your hands up, always hands up. If that's anything, you can block anything, okay? Or you can go like this, block with your hands. Don't leave it here, okay? I'm cool. Okay, I stop you. I think you know something. Now what are you gonna do about? Leave your face here, pa! I gotta go crazy and they go swing like this. You might not have enough time to react to that. Therefore, you get in trouble yourself. Okay, so don't be overconfident. Well, my master used to ask us like, please have confidence, but have enough confidence, but don't be overconfident. Because there's a lot of great, amazing people out there. They're so much better than us too. So always respect and be polite. All right. Now this movement, let's see. That's one more movement I remember that I used to do this a lot. So same techniques, but I go here. Boom. I put this hand here, up, boom. Then I turn. Right? I go. Turn. Similar to this technique, whereas this technique I go here, I chop this way. This one I just from here. Quick, and I push it out. Look, I block here, hands here, and then I turn my palm straight back out. Block, turn my palm straight back out. Block from here. In karate or in taekwondo, where you do outer form block, like this, boom, right? Same thing. This one is just the stance is higher, right? The stance here, same thing. You're blocking, and then you turn, block, turn, block, turn, block, turn. Okay, block, turn, block, turn, block, turn. So quite similar to this one. This one is sort of like you turn it a bit more over, and then you go into knife hand. Turn a bit more, and then knife hand. This one you just turn just here, and then you go here, and you go, boom, boom, like that, boom, boom. Just like this block, right? From inside block, inner form block. I go here. One, and then I go out, right? One, out. One, out. Same thing. In, out, in, out. So that is also a good good way to practicing your inner outer form block, and you stretching at the same time with the same hand. So one, two. This is inner. You block from the inside. Now, some of you are gonna ask me question, and you're gonna say, the guy punching so hard, you cannot block the arm. Of course, that's a very good question. Now, when you're blocking this with the dummy, you're gonna practice like this. Pa, pa. But in the real situation, of course, what did I tell you in self-defense? Please don't get yourself hit. So you have to get out of the way, right? That's where your footwork coming in. You block here, and then you're here. You're not gonna stand here and you block, boom, boom. I don't care how strong, how fast you are, but somebody with the kicks and the intention, the full power of punch, like coming right at you, like Mike Tyson, right? Or Holyfield, I remember those older day boxer. I don't really watch the new ones so much. Or like Floyd Mayweather, something really good boxer, amazing heavyweight boxer. They're coming at you. I don't care how tough your block is, whatever. They're gonna break your arm. They're gonna break your face, right? So you have to move, right? You have to move. If you don't move it fast enough, if you don't see the punch coming, that's too late. That's where practice coming in, and practice where we do thousands of times, right? You see how boxer, how much they're practicing the punch and everything. You guys can see it, right? It's already out there. They're practicing the drills, the combo, boom, 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 and then boom, 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 boom. They practice like those hundreds, thousands of those a day, and every day, right? They practice. Just normal person, they would practice like 1 hour and a half. And they're practicing maybe on a regular class, they practice maybe 4 times a week, even 5 times a week. Pro boxer or amateur boxer or pro boxer, I'm pretty sure they go way beyond that. They probably put into at least 4 hours into the training every day, 6 days a week, and Sunday rest. So therefore, like some of us, we cannot compare ourselves to those that really grind and do the work so much, right? Of course, they're gonna put more work in. They're gonna be more better. Like for instance, like I seen the match between DKU, right? You all know DKU, right? Very famous. They consider him as Korean Bruce Lee, right? Very fast, go blah, 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 blah. Very fast. See, pretty amazing. Beginning, I admire too, right? But because he trains so much and he has his own DC whatever system, right? And make it to effective and all that. But he challenged like sort of like a friendly match or something against Manny Pacquiao in boxing. And you all know Manny Pacquiao is a legend, right? He's the best of the best. So how can you go against a guy like that who go like training all their lives from when they're like 15 years old and they're training like 3 hours to 6 hours a day, every day from 14, 15, every day. I'm talking every day, not like 1 or 2 times a week or 3 times, and 6 hours a day professionally. And they're getting hit and they're hitting people thousands, millions of hit, and they're getting hit like thousands of times in the face, more than 1,000, like maybe 100,000. So how can like someone that is not training as much and go against somebody like that? I don't know. I know he really wanna like be really famous, get everybody well known across the world against like like famous legendary boxer, friendly match. But that's not a bright idea because I don't care how good you are, but you haven't trained like that much. You haven't put in the work. You're not gonna like much even with the person that who've been training like so much. They put in so much time and everything into it, and they have proved themselves like in the whole world, right? So. Yeah, that's true. You can do tricks here and there, but no fighter. Fighter, they are real deal, and they stuff. They getting hit in the face. They can just stand there and they let you hit. But us, we stand there, we get hit in the face or something. We probably get like all the birds flying up in their head, and we're going dizzy like that. We're gonna get knocked out, right? So because they have experienced that, they have taken hits in the face like thousands, 100,000 of time. Of course, they're gonna be better than us in terms of in a match or something, right? For instance, if we can go whatever, we hit them like maybe 3 times, 5 times, right? They just rub it off, whatever. But for us, we get hit in the face, boom, just like that. I'm like, ah, and then we get 2 more, then probably knock down, knock out for sure. Now one more thing. You see when I'm practicing, and I also learn from my students too, like the movements of our 2 hands. It's sort of like one is chamber. Remember how we learn from karate, taekwondo, any traditional martial art. One is we aim. The other one we punch, we pull back. We aim, we punch. We aim, we block. Same thing with Wing Chun. You go 2 hands. 2 hands is always, of course, stronger than one. One, you go one direction. Boom. See where this one I hit. If I hit along like this, whereas I pull, I hit. It's more stronger. One pull, one hit. I can boom, 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 boom. 2 hands. I think that it making my techniques more faster and stronger. I interchange between the 2 hands. Whereas if you were to use, let's say instead if you got practice yourself and experience yourself, and you just go one arm, it look weird, right? And it's not as strong. Whereas you go, even though you use one arm, but this one you hit, you pull this one back. Now you see you have your hip and you pull this one back. See the difference? Boom. Whereas you go, boom. Not as effective. So please, one arm always aim, and the other one come back. One arm, 2 arm. See, hands always here. Okay, don't leave your hand down, resting or whatever. One here, one here. For strength and also for protection. Okay? Otherwise, one arm here, or here, whatever. Come here, you put it here, put it down. It's not going to look as good and it's not going to be strong. All right? That's always what you call same thing. Where the theory, just to put this simple, right? Positive energy, negative energy, yin, yang, you know. If you guys know what you mean, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, right? That simple. Hello, chào Kim nha, chào tất cả mọi người nha. Sorry nha, chú nói tiếng Anh nhiều quá, cho nên là nó đang ra nhiều người xem bên kênh kia tiếng Anh đó, cho nên là không có giao lưu với mọi người bằng tiếng Việt nhiều. Với tiếng Anh là đã giờ mình quen á, nó lưu lót cứ nói thao thao bất tiện. còn tiếng Việt thì mình nói cái khựng khựng nó khó nói, cho nên sẽ cố gắng sắp xếp nói dùng tiếng Việt với mọi người nhiều hơn. Awesome, Alexander. Yes, I was fortunate when I was younger. I have good master, good coaches like that, right? And actually, when you're younger, you don't learn much, but sometimes we remember just like a few things that he taught us, and we can apply into our training, apply into our life. Then it helps us out a lot, up and down in life. So of course, I'm pretty sure all of us have our ups and downs, right? But the thing is how we deal with it, how we deal with situation, right? You know, there's a lot of stuff, right? You have to balance everything out, right? And I find that martial arts is helping a great part of my life, because sometimes I just like certain time, you know, you fail a lot of things in life. You just like you just want to give up. You're like, you know, whatever, you know, you just. And then from there, I help my training, my martial arts, everything I learned from it. It helped me, it pushed me to stand up and move on with your life, right? And naturally, like it helped me a lot of things. Stay fit, have discipline in work, have a discipline in everything in life, of course, and being polite, being respect to everyone around you, of course, because we all want it to be treated that way, right? So unless we don't want to treat like people are treat us with respect, nicely, whatever, and then we keep on do the same thing that we do that bother them, right? If you're being nice, respect, I'm pretty sure nobody gonna go and bother you, right? They just treat you nicely, all right? Peter Reed, another. Yeah, yeah, of course. There's like sometimes we don't know the name, but sometimes I come across their face. So they are really, really good. They're really good, and there's a lot of stuff that we can learn from them. And martial art is like it's not like about like so much that who's better, who can stand in the ring fighting, the last standing, whatever, beating each other up. No, it's not. It's not so much that because then again, at the end of the day, how many of us like actually go become a fighter and be in the ring, UFC one championship, right? Like a lot of sacrifice, a lot of broken bone, broken face. You see the ears, right? That's the price for everything, guys. So like whatever your goal, whatever you're training it. But I see a lot of thing as martial art is discipline, discipline, patient, right? Help you become patient, calm down, not get too angry, get your ego down, you know. Of course, sometimes we think, we know a bit of martial art. In situation where we can solve with our fist or our martial art, whatever, we say, no, that's not right. You just uh, just calm down and you see there's a better situation out there. We can talk it off verbally. Most of the time, if we end up in like a brawl or something, of course, both gonna get hurt and both gonna be like losing a lot of compensation, and you're both gonna injure. So that's not a good thing, right? So that's what for me, that's what my point of view. Of course, like different people have different opinion, of course, but I do respect. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta run for a meeting. So we just trained briefly some of those techniques I share with you guys. So let's review this one, right? So we always training this, and then this one. Right? And then we are interchange, we shift over, chop, shift over. And then we practicing our stance, we going, stepping, always facing the wooden dummy. If I want to move left, I step to my leg, left, and then I drag my back foot, step, drag, always facing the dummy. And the other thing is have your feet shoulder, when you're in a sparring or fighting stance, have it 10 to 25 centimeters wider than your shoulder. It depends on how tall you are, and then from there you can move. And the other thing I remind you guys is not to jump like this too much, like this. That's only like if you're in Taekwondo or something, and you guys sparring, you got like 2 meters apart, that's fine. But if you close range, if you happen to hear Wing Chun, a lot of close range combat, you're not gonna you jump like that. It's gonna like take a lot of time out of you, and you're vulnerable to get hit. So from here, you just boom, 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 okay, move, shift, move, come here, boom, 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 boom. I would stay in range like that, all right? And some of the exercise I ask you to do is wrist conditioning, where you can do your own. You can clench your fist like this, or you have those, what you call it? The grip, the hand grip. Those are very cheap, maybe $5, $10, $10, $5, $10, right? And then you can practice from there. And of course this, you condition your hands. So you can get one of this and fill it up with sand, the bag, and then you can practice your train this way. Maybe you can do 20 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20%, and then you switch. Now make sure when you do this, so some of you want to set up higher so that your total is depending on how tall you are. If you're high, you set up higher so that you're not gonna bend your back too low like this. You're not gonna injure your back. So try to have lower, higher chair. Then you go from here. Condition. Take it easy in the beginning. Oh, this one you can use for punching too, right? Condition your fist. You can use it for punching. Whatever punch you want to do. You want to do straight punch, or you want to do the dummy punch like this, chain punch, or you can leave it in the middle here, right? Or you can hang in your wall. It's like this. You fix, and you can go over here. So there's a lot of stuff where you can train on your own. So please do. If you just have like 10 minutes, put 10 minutes into your training. Focus into it, that 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Later on, increase your time. And if you can put in like maybe half an hour, 3 or 4 times a week, that'd be awesome. All right. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Greatly appreciated for all of you tuning in and comments and sharing with me here. I hope we all have a terrific training, and hope to see you soon. And I'm working on uploading more videos. Try to get whatever is up, whatever I know I would share with you guys. But please, don't take into condition that like everything works, because when you train enough, it will works, but it won't work 100%. You know that, because once we get into real situation, it's gonna be so different, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, wrestling is better too. Yes. Wrestling is for ground fighting. When I was in my high school, I think grade 9 and 10, I took wrestling, and it's pretty awesome. But a lot of moves where like you go wrestling from here, the guy go attack. They're gonna go and they grab your leg. They go both hand and one leg or double leg take down, right? So usually the defense is you just jump like this and bring 2 legs back down, right? But usually now wrestling and all that, very dangerous when you go down like this. I see a lot of that, the knees to the face, right? So, so therefore they do a lot of fake. Of course, you have to fake here and then you go down, fake up and down like that. You don't just go right in. You go right in, you get hit by a knee, right? Or they go right in, elbow down like this in real life, of course. But in fighting championship, in UFC, or in one championship, in MMA championship, or whatever, or in Muay Thai, you're gonna get hit by a knee. People that know that, right? You go right in wrestling like this. Most of the time you go here, right? You go here. You have to fake it first. You fake it and then they go here, right? Right? Most of the time, guys really good. They go boom, the knee like that, boom, or they go elbow, right? You grab me, self-defense, okay, you can grab me all you want. Wrestling, whatever, right? Wrestling, then you gotta have like BBJ too. BBJ, you can choke the person out, you can do rear naked choke, you can twist the arm, the leg, until break the arm, the leg. But wrestling, we're just getting the person now down and get points so much. We gotta incorporate BBJ too, right? And techniques defend against BBJ and wrestling is the knees and the elbow. As they're coming in, you're gonna use the knees and elbow. And some people are really good at that. Yeah, of course you all seen it, right? If you're all like watching self-defense or one of those MMA fights, you see a lot of that. Whereas one of the crazy one, Michael Venom Page. Whereas the guy coming in like this, go like this, try to grab him, he go boom, the knee like that. The skull go right dented in this much. The skull. If you type in Michael Venom Page, you will see that it's very brutal. So careful when you're going in. You have to fake. You got to do a lot of things. You have to be very smart, guys. All right, anyway, I gotta run. I'm late. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a good one. Bye, everyone. Bye bye. Love you all. Have a good night. Have a good day. If